I'm going to call the regular meeting of St. Mary Parish School Board, April 10th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. in the Evans Medine Meeting Room to order. Dr. Fagenbush, please call the roll.
Ms. Brent? Here. Ms. Moore?
Present.
Ms. Anselm?
Present.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Griffin? Ms. LaSalle? Mr. Guillory? Here. Mr. Parody? Here. Ms. Black?
Here.
Mr. Mancuso? Here. Ms. Dennis? Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. We will now have the invocation by Mr. Holmes. Please stand.
Good evening, everyone. Would you please bow your heads for a moment of prayer? Father God, we come before your holy presence with thanksgiving and praise for all of the bountiful blessings that you continue to give to each of us. We thank you for giving your godly wisdom to Dr. Fagenbush, Ms. Black, and to all of our other school board members as they make decisions tonight that will allow our school district to continue to excel and prosper. We thank you for keeping our schools, offices, and everyone associated as safe as possible. And finally, thank you for blessing and protecting our parish, our state, and most importantly, thank you for blessing and protecting our United States of America. We ask these blessings in your name and in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Please remain standing for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now we will have the recognition of Berwick High School student Haley Brown for Lady Panther Powerlifting District 3 State Champion, Ms. Clark.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashley Clark, the Secondary Supervisor and Parish Athletic Director. Tonight, we recognize several outstanding athletes who are state champions. These athletes dedicate countless hours preparing for competition while maintaining their grades. We have here tonight Mr. Zachary Stewart, powerlifting coach at Berwick High, who will introduce Haley Brown. Later on this evening, Ms. Jackson will highlight her state champion basketball team. Congratulations on a phenomenal season. Let's give a warm welcome to our presenters and a round of applause for all of our state champions.
Good evening. My name is Coach Stewart, and I'm the powerlifting coach at Berwick High School. We had an overall great season, and this was highlighted by our Division III state champion in her weight class, Haley Brown. Not only did she win, but she won convincingly by nearly a total of 100 pounds more than second place. So that was very impressive. Not only did her hard work lead to success, but it also helped in the growth of her teammates. She was willing to help lend a helping hand in others' technique, as well as lend me a helping hand, especially as a first-year head coach. So I appreciate that. And it's my honor to present to you Haley Brown, Division III state champion.
Haley, would you like to say a few words or anything? You're a sophomore, correct? She's saying, no, I really don't want to do that.
I will say I do appreciate Coach Stu. He was a big help through all of it. I have a hard time staying on top with positivity, and he definitely helped me with that. So big thanks to him, big thanks to all my teammates. This is my first year powerlifting, so I couldn't be more grateful for everybody who stood behind me, including my family, my boyfriend who's going to walk through that door any minute now. But I just appreciate all of them. I couldn't ask for a better group of people to be behind me through all this.
Congratulations, Haley. Now we will have introduction of students and employees of the month. A, Centerville High School, Thomas Martinez, fifth grade student, and Casey Traha, teacher.
Good evening. Tonight I'm excited to introduce the Centerville High School students and employees of the month. We will begin by introducing our fifth grade student, Mr. Thomas Martinez. Thomas is the son of April, our CHS bookkeeper, Mr. Kent Martinez, and he's the older brother of Mr. Bennett Martinez. Could y'all please stand? Thomas is part of our gifted program and has consistently achieved straight A's on his report card. He has played both football and baseball for our junior high baseball teams this year. Thomas was named CHS fifth grade student of the year, and his favorite subject is math because he says it comes naturally to him. When he grows up, Thomas aspires to be a computer technician. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas Martinez. Next, I'd like to introduce our elementary employee of the month, Ms. Casey Trahan. Ms. Trahan is married to Mr. Irvin Trahan, and together they have two children, Bryce and Carson. Could y'all please stand? Mrs. Trahan is currently in her 20th year of teaching. The past 6 of those years have been with CHS. She has taught 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. She helps with award ceremonies, breakfast with Santa, and sporting events. She is on our school leadership team and has mentored both teachers and resident teachers. In her free time, she likes spending time with family, camping, and reading. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Casey Trahan.
B, we will have Centerville High School, Kai Gunner, eighth grade student, and Kaylee Martin, teacher.
Next, I'll introduce our 8th grade student, Mr. Kai Gunner. Kai is the son of Jamie DeMarco and the older brother to Kane, Calum, and Titus Gilbo. They couldn't make it tonight. Kai is in our gifted and talented program. He is part of the CHS Quiz Bowl team, Junior Beta, and is a member of the first-year St. Mary Parish robotics team that just returned from their first competition. They did pretty good, too. When Kai was in 6th grade, he won first place at Junior Beta Convention for English. Kai was also selected as our CHS 8th grade student of the year. When Kai isn't at school, he likes to play basketball and read books. When he grows up, Kai wants to be an engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kai Gunner. Next, I'd like to introduce our junior high employee of the month, Ms. Kaylee Martin. Ms. Martin is married to Mr. Caleb Martin. He's also a BHS English teacher. Could you please stand, sir? And he's a coach. Ms. Martin is in our 8th year of teaching, and this is her 2nd year at CHS. She has taught pre-K, 3rd grade, junior high, math, and high school geometry. Ms. Martin is a Senior Club Beta sponsor and the Rotary Club sponsor. She says she became a teacher to inspire students to find their own success in life. When she isn't teaching, she enjoys spending time with family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kaylee Martin. Let's take a picture.
C, Centerville High School, Jace Cooks, 12th grade student, and Katie Artigo, teacher.
Next, I'd like to introduce our high school student of the month, Mr. Jace Cooks. Jace is the son of Miss Lakeisha, who is a Franklin Junior High School resource teacher, and Mr. Jason Cooks. Could y'all please stand? Jace has been a member of our football, basketball, and track and field teams. He's also been a part of the Beta Club throughout his high school career. Jace was also named the 12th grade Student of the Year, as well as being selected as one of our shining stars this year. Next year, Jace plans to study engineering at Nicholls State University. When he isn't at school, he likes to game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jace Cooks. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce our high school employee of the month, Ms. Katie Artigo. Ms. Artigo is married to Mr. Luke Artigo, and they are the parents of Connor, Nolan, Maddox, and Logan. Can you please stand, sir? Ms. Artigo is in her 16th year of teaching and has been at CHS for the past 6 years. She has taught middle school and high school social studies, as well as pre-K PE. She is on our school leadership team and is our senior class sponsor. This year, Ms. Artigo was nominated as our CHS Teacher of the Year. She says she became a teacher to help impact the future of this great nation. She believes children need someone who will fight for them and the quality of their education. She hopes to be able to do that for her students. When she isn't teaching, she loves to spend time with her family and friends, watch sports, and work on projects. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Katie Artigo.
Okay, number 3, appearances. Number 1, recognition of Doug Bowie, an 11th grade student at Morgan City High School for achieving a composite score of 36 on the ACT will be moved to the May agenda. We've already done number 2. And number 3, we will have recognition of Franklin Senior High Hornets Boys Division for non-select state championship. Miss Natasha Jackson. And I guess we're moving that to the May agenda. They're here? Okay. Oh, there we go. There we are. Miss Bennett. All right. Miss Jackson, you're up. Just in time.
Good evening. What happened to Miss Clark? Oh. They were celebrities in the lobby, so so thank you guys for having us. We have with us tonight, our 2025 state champions, District 2, District 4 non-select. Hey guys, why don't y'all stand up? Stand up. We also have Coach Q, our head basketball coach here. Our amazing assistant principal, Coach Bennett. We have some parents of our basketball players that are also present with us today. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless tonight. However, again, they're back-to-back champions. I'm a proud principal and a proud mother. My son is a member of the team. As I told the parish council, we have 5 seniors on the team, and this recognition also goes unnoticed. All 5 are going to graduate with honors. Coach Q is also the Bayou Teche Coach of the Year. Trayshawn Mack is absent. He's ill today, but he is also our back-to-back MVP for the state. Would y'all like me to introduce the guys, or y'all want them to introduce themselves? Them? Let's go, Chris. Let's go, Chris.
My name is Jimmy Gray. I'm a point guard, number 23.
My name is Jemiah Perry, point guard, number 24. I'm a sophomore.
My name is Jordan Green, senior guard.
My name is Darius Kolar, manager, sophomore.
My name is Jalen Jackson, guard, number 1.
My name is Jeremiah Green, senior guard, number 3.
My name is Tyler Ballard, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Key word, stay consistent.
My name is Mark Jones. I'm a center, number 23.
My name is Elijah Henry, number 30, sophomore guard.
My name is Marion Charles, and I was a member of the 2025 basketball team.
My name is Jahari Perry. I'm a power forward, sophomore, number 2.
My name is Kevin Freeman, and I was a center, number 32.
My name is Javaris James, and I'm a manager.
I have a quiz for you guys. Do y'all see the triplets? Y'all see the twins? Yeah, we have a set of twins, a set of triplets, and of course, Tyler Ballard had to give you some humor. I don't know how Coach Q deals with it on a daily basis, but Coach Q, we take our hat off to you, Coach Q, for putting up with the guys. You did an amazing job. We have Coach Kolar as our other assistant coach, and Coach Gerald Blanks. They're somewhere on their way. Coach Q, you want to say anything?
I would like to, first off, thank you for having us here today. It's been a blessing to be a part of these guys' lives for the last, some of them 4 years, or longer than that, because I taught them in junior high. So we continue to just bridge build. So what's going on is I just want to pass the information down to these guys, so eventually you'll see them in this spot, and they'll pass the information on to somebody else.
One of the proudest moments that I had from the championship game was to, Coach Bennett could not be there. And as everybody know, I have moments during the game. I'm nervous, I'm outside, I'm pacing the floor, I'm sick, I'm everything in that moment. But to look up and to see the district present at the game meant everything to me as a principal. I mean, from Ms. Estee, Ms. Clark, Dr. Fagenbush and her family. Her family was there, their families. Mr. Ross was there. Of course, it was just amazing to have the board represented, our superintendent there. My board members were there, Ms. Jones, Ms. Moore, fighting to get in the building. Guys, it was amazing. So to the entire St. Mary Parish, thank you for supporting us on our journey. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you guys at the parade on Saturday. The parade is at 1 o'clock, starting at Franklin High, going to the Courthouse Square, and they'll celebrate there for a little while until 5 o'clock.
All right, y'all. Again, congratulations to Franklin Senior High School Hornets, Boys Division IV, non-select state champions. Number 4, approval of the amended agenda, which we do not have an amended agenda. Number 5, approval of official school board minutes, regular meeting, March 13, 2025. What are the wishes of the board? Motion by Ms. Dennis, second by Ms. Brent. All right, any questions? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, I can't see. All right. Approval of consent agenda. The items preceded with an asterisk will constitute the consent agenda, with board members being able to remove any items so desired from the consent agenda at the board meeting. All remaining items will constitute the finalized consent agenda and be voted on all together. Dr. Fagenbush, can you please read those items?
Item number 1, proclamations. A, National Administrative Professionals Week. B, National Assistant Principals Week. C, National Autism Awareness Month. D, National Library Week. E, Week of the Young Child. 2, request permission to obtain proposals for a newspaper to serve as the official journal for the school board for the year commencing July 1, 2025. 3, field trips. A, Bayou Vista Elementary School travel to National Beta Convention, June 26th through the 30th, 2025, Orlando, Florida. B, Patterson High School travel to 2025 International Search Competition, May 30th through June the 2nd, 2025, College Park, Maryland. C, Patterson High School travel to Disney Youth Leadership Program and National Beta Convention, June 22nd through July 1, 2025, Orlando, Florida. And D, Berwick High, Morgan City High, and Patterson High School travel to Educators Rising National Conference, June 25 through the 29th, 2025, in Orlando, Florida.
All right, what are the wishes of the board?
I make a motion that we accept the items on the consent agenda.
Motion by Ms. Anselm, second by Ms. Jones. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Number 9, personnel. Approve 180, 182, 200, 210, 220, and 240 employee calendars for 2025-2026 school year. Ms. Esty.
Good evening. As you see in your books, the non-month 180-day employees, which are our bus drivers, bus attendants, LPNs, paraprofessionals, and sign language interpreters. So for all the calendars, we use the instructional calendar and based it off of that calendar. And as you see, the next one is 182, which are all of our teachers, cafeteria technicians, cafeteria managers, curriculum facilitators, IEP interventionists, librarians, non-month school, social workers, non-month therapists, nurses, and teachers. You all want me to go through all of them, or? No? Okay. Do y'all have any questions about them? We did the instructional calendar, yeah. So we based it off of there.
What are the wishes of the board? Motion by Mr. Parity, second by Mrs. Anselm. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Number 8, business affairs. To consider and take action with respect to adopting a resolution ordering and calling a special election to renew an existing sales tax to be held on October 11, 2025. Mr. Jason Akers.
Thank you. I'm Jason Akers. I'm with Foley & Udell. We serve as your special counsel and bond counsel on tax and finance matters. The resolution before you orders and calls a special election to be held in the parish of St. Mary for school purposes to authorize the renewal of a sales and use tax therein, making application to the State Bond Commission, and providing for other matters in connection therewith. You may recall in 2021, you asked the voters to approve a 0.45% sales and use tax that would be used solely for the purpose of supplementing salaries for teachers and other personnel within the school district. You'd be interested to know, if you might recall, that passed with more than 60% of the voters voting in favor of it. It was for a 5-year term, so it's time to renew. And this resolution calls the election to be held on October 11th of this year. That's the next available election day. It's not the next election day. There is an election coming up, but you don't have time to satisfy all the statutory procedures to get onto that election. Your next available election is October 11th. This resolution calls the election for October 11th, and it would go before the voters at that time for approval. Again, but as everything in Louisiana when it comes to tax elections, majority rules. You just need 50% plus 1 to vote in favor. And as I mentioned last time that went before the voters, you had 60%. So it's a very important election, a very important funding source for your teachers and other personnel. And with your approval tonight, we will take this to the State Bond Commission, to the Secretary of State, and to the Attorney General, and ensure that it gets on the agenda and on the ballot for that October 11 election. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, but this is, again, something that you've seen before. This is not a new tax. This is one that is currently in existence. It's just renewing it at the same level.
Question.
A question, this, tax thing, does this have anything to do with the amendments that's going on? Because I think they're trying to go back again with the October election.
This does not. And as of right now, we don't know what's going to come out of the legislature in this session that starts Monday. We don't know if there's going to be additional amendments that come before you in October, come before the voters in October. It's just impossible for us to plan for that. That said, this is a reasonable election for you to shoot for because, as I said, not only is it the next one upcoming, but it's a regular election date within the state, so it doesn't require any special procedures for you to go for.
What are the wishes of the board? To not adopt. Motion by Mr. Parity, second by Ms. Brent. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Mr. Akers.
Thank you.
Number 2, consider and take action regarding the 2024.45% sales tax salary supplement disbursement. What are the wishes of the board? Oh. Dr. Fagenbush.
I'm going to speak on behalf of President Black as she doesn't have her voice this evening. We are proposing to the board that as part of our 4.5% sales tax salary supplement, when we have excess funds, we would like to return that to the employees for which the 0.45% was intended for as far as salaries. So at this time, Ms. Boisian has carefully reviewed the information and is confident that we're able to offer the supplements of $1,000 to our one-time employees for employer pay benefits for certified employees, and a one-time benefit of $600 for our support staff and those who are not certified. We are confident, again, that this can be handled in our budget. We did have an excess, and a lot of that is because of the new, I don't want to say windfall, but we've received excess money because of online sales. Now that that's coming back to the parish, it helps us a lot in our revenues for that. So.
What are the wishes of the board?
I need to abstain from this. My wife's a teacher that could, and will have economic value to us.
Recorded. Motion by Ms. Dennis, second by Ms. Jones. Any discussion?
I would just like to say this is welcomed. I appreciate this. I appreciate the taxpayers for the 0.45% for us to be able to do this, and I unequivocally appreciate every member that works so hard in our district for us to be able to do things like this. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time and your energy that sometimes goes unthanked. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anson. All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Number 3, request for authorization to issue a request for a proposal for the FCC Cybersecurity Pilot Program Grant. Mr. V.
Good evening. I applied on behalf of the district with the FCC for a cybersecurity grant, not solely because of the ransomware attack that we had in 2023, but just because our cybersecurity could use some increasing and some extra software that we could put in place to help things. We were awarded, it was I think there was $200 million available. We were awarded around $345,000 of that to beef up cybersecurity in the district. So what the next step in the process is issuing an RFP. That way we can get software vendors to provide us with the software they're going to recommend based on what we would like to purchase.
What are the wishes of the board? Motion by Mr. Parity, second by Mr. Mancuso. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Number 4, request for allocation of $3 million for Student Device Refresh Initiative. Mr. Veed.
Yes, ma'am. I've spoken about this in technology committee meeting before, and I think at the full board before. Our devices that we have, the majority of them, or at least a good amount of them, come from during the pandemic between 2020 and 2021. Right now, luckily they are still going, but they are in desperate need of being replaced. I've worked the last couple of months with trying different devices to replace what we have now. We have an HP Stream. We tried at the beginning of the year to upgrade it to the newest software and see if it would hold, and it has not done so. It is vastly under-equipped to hold the software that we use, plus the new Microsoft Windows 11 that's being required for next year. Currently, we're on Windows 10. It runs that just fine, but Windows 10 is going end of life on September 30th, 2025. So we will have to, for testing next year, be on a new device that can, or be on a device that can support Windows 11. So we tested 3 different devices. We came forward with one. I actually have it here if y'all want to take a look at it. It's a Dell device. It has the specs that I put out there before. It will run Windows 11. It actually has more than what is needed to run Windows 11, plus all of our softwares that we commonly use, everything under Clever, plus DRC testing, Safe Exam browser testing, for DIBBLs, things like that. In the packet I put in there may have been some misinformation in the letter because I was doing this and kind of editing it and sending it as I was going. But what we're looking to do is for grades kindergarten through first, we're going to get a touchscreen computer of the one that I handed around. That one is about $520 for the device because of the touchscreen. For grades 2 through 8, we're going to get the device that I'm handing around. That is about $401 for a device. And then grades 9 will get a new Dell device that is more upgraded because they use more advanced software in some of their classes. So we have to give them something that has a little bit more oomph to it. So those are around, I got it down, last year it was $700. I got it down to $625, I think, this year for the devices that we're putting out there. And then for 10th grade, they will have their devices from last year. 11th and 12th will use the Dells that we currently have. We're steadily weaning those out, so next year we'll get new Dells for the incoming 9th grade, and they'll just keep moving on from there. All of the devices will require a case. I say will require because if you only knew the things that happen to these computers, a case is required. We have to put a case on them, and the one that's on the device that I passed around is a gumdrop case, which is pretty much state-of-the-art case to protect it to where it will last even longer. Also, the last thing is libraries. Our libraries are in desperate need of being refreshed as well. So in the proposal, in the $3 million, will also be to refresh our libraries with 25 computers in each library in each school that has up-to-date software to use. For libraries, whenever things aren't going well in the classroom, or if a student has a computer or they don't have a loaner to give them, they may send them to the library for testing or to do work in there. So we need to make sure that the computers in the library are just as up-to-date as the student devices that we're giving the students. So that would include updating these, I think it's 525 devices total for the libraries. It comes out to right under $3 million is the price tag for it. Now, the numbers don't add up quite right if you look at our MFP, but what I do is I take our MFP and I roll it over for the next year. And then I add 25% because we can't just get one device per one student because kids are going to break devices. We're going to have loaners to give out. So I try to have at least a stock of 25% for the schools to where if they say, okay, this kid broke this computer, or hey, I need loaners to give out to these kids, we have stock and we have extra at the schools to be able to do that. We can't just order exactly how many computers we need one-to-one for the students. We have to be a little bit more than one-to-one in the district. Does anybody have any questions?
No, thank you for answering. After the conversation we had earlier, you cleared up some of the numbers for me that really started making the math line up.
Okay.
The only other question I had, do we have any types of the existing laptops that we have now? Is there some kind of rebate program that we could turn these in and regain and recapture any of that asset cost that we had earlier?
So there was a law that was just passed that allows us to do that. Previously, we had to take a hit on what it is, but now we can try to do buyback programs in the state. So part of this, or part of my search the last month and a half, has been to look into buyback programs and who will give us the best bang for our buck on taking these computers for parts and minerals and things like that, rather than just, not say putting it in the trash, but putting it in the recycle to go out for us to actually get something back on that, and who will give us the best amount for that.
Right.
So that I am looking into that.
No, thank you. And as I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure you looked into this, but there are several, I found 3 grant programs that the federal government and the state government has just for this to upgrade technology in rural schools. And I have them written down, and I can get with you on that. But there are grant programs out there that's available to us, especially for rural, low-income areas. And I think in some of our locations, we would fall under that category. So that's something we may want to look into.
Thank you. And I know Mr. Veed, he pays close attention to that, so please, he works very well with that. And
Yes.
I wanted to take a moment to thank him because this has been a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's been a lot of work. And for him, he's making sure that our devices don't get discontinued or have end of life in the time that we're using them, so that we are available to get parts and things like that. So checking all the devices, making sure, and y'all, I don't know how that department keeps it together sometimes because of the amount of wires, cables, little mouses, meese, whatever you want to call them, they're everywhere. They're running around. It's a mice. Meese? Mice? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them. That's all I've got to say. They've got me confused, see? But they keep up with that. There are boxes of things, just wires, and they're always together, and they know where everything is. And if I ask them where's a certain smart board, they can tell me where it is and where it needs to be moved. So it's a pretty tremendous job if you think about 21 schools and then all the other district sites that we have. So thank you, Mr. Veed, and your team. Appreciate that. And so it's all mice, no meese, right? Okay, I learned something today.
Mr. Mancuso?
A question. I know we've set funds aside
Yes, sir.
periodically. How much do we have set aside for technology for this purpose?
5 million by the last count that I had was, you had put, we had used 1.5 million, and then we put another 1.5 million that brought it back up to 5 million in the technology fund. So this would take 3 million of the 5 million that's in there. I do have some funds from those 1.5 million that I will be using to offset some of the cost on here. So the cost was more than 3 million, but I'm using those funds to offset that so that it comes down.
And I don't remember exactly how much we were putting at budget time. We were allocating some money to that. I don't really need that right now, but I'd say by the time. But yeah, and then
2 million in the general fund designated for technology for future.
And then I'm sure at our budget, we will probably add more to that based on kind of this evolution of machines and phasing in and out.
I hope it continues, because it's, these devices, I'm hoping to get 4 to 5 years out of them, going through at least that amount. I mean, if we can go, we lasted on streams, which if you know anything about a stream, I'm surprised we got this far with them. They have been, we've put them through the ringer, most of them. But these devices, I'm hoping to get at least that amount of time out of these as well before we have to come back and do anything this big again.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So the projected EOL on those is 5 years?
5 years, yes, sir,
The
4 to
end of life.
5 years.
Okay. And we
And the case helps that, and getting the computer that has the broader specs than what we had previously helps that, so that anything that comes up above.
a more powerful chipset that we can upgrade to Windows
Correct.
12, correct?
Correct.
And increase that EOL maybe another year or two down the road.
Correct.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are the wishes of the board?
I move that we accept this proposal.
All right, motion by Ms. Jones, second by Mr. Mancuso. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. V.
Thank you. I just need to get my computer back. Thank you.
All right, number 5, award bids for J.S. Oquin boiler replacement. Mr. Wise.
Good afternoon. This afternoon I have Mr. Andrew Rodriguez with us. He's our mechanical engineer from Associated Design Group. He'll be going over the bid specs for y'all, and bid tallies for y'all.
Good afternoon. On March 20th, we received bids for the J.S. Oquin Elementary Boiler Replacement Project. The project had an estimated construction cost of $180,000. We received 2 bids from contractors on bid day. The low bidder was AirPlus LLC with a bid of $170,500. And after review of the bids, we recommend accepting the low bidder and awarding the project to AirPlus.
What are the wishes of the board?
Yeah, do you have any experience with that company at all, Brad, or you do? Okay.
I know we do. We definitely do. They're out of Lafayette. They perform many projects for us.
Okay.
This is definitely something within their wheelhouse.
Very good.
I don't know if they've done any projects in St. Mary Parish since I've been working with the school board, but they're definitely capable.
All right, what are the wishes of the board? Motion by Mr. Mancuso, second by Mrs. Dennis. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, committee reports. The Discipline Committee met on Tuesday, March 25th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. Ms. Jones?
At the meeting, we discussed various policies that needed to be changed, and the main issue was for K through 5. So I'm gonna read over this in your book, so any questions, I'm just go through them, and we could come back and discuss anything that you want to discuss on it. Okay. So on the first one, it's called Code 1, willful disobedience, deliberating, breaking a rule, or disobeying an authority. It's about K through 12. So it was given the consequence of level 2. We go into level 1. That's the proposed change. Okay? I'm moving on to item number 2. Use profane or obscene language, vulgar words, message, swearing, or other inappropriate language toward another student. The proposed change was to use profane, obscene language, vulgar words, messages, and swearing and other inappropriate language toward another student, including inappropriate gesture and derogatory slurs at the end of the sentence. Right? Mr. Holmes, I'm correct? I just was making sure. Okay, that was number 2. That was the change, proposed change. On item number 3, it started with leave classroom without permission, exiting a classroom or instructional area without explicit permission from a school authority. The proposed change is to leave the classroom without permission, exiting a classroom or instructional area without explicit permission from a school authority. This is also a change for K through 5. Instead of level 2, we go into level 1. And the consequences is in the blue area, okay? Okay, yes. And these changes is for K through 5. I don't know if we didn't have it on here. It's also for, number 3 and number 1. It's K through 5. It's in the reports. Okay, item number 4. A threat to St. Mary Parish employee, verbal or nonverbal, gesture, written or printed statement or intention to inflict pain, injury, or any other hostile action on St. Mary Parish School District employees. On this one is we have tabled this one because we have some language that we need to discuss on it and make sure everything is clear. So this one, number 4, is tabled, okay? All right, and the final one was only a discussion, and that's with the cell phone pouch. So we'll come back with that one also. So for right now, I'm asking for proposing to accept the on items number 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I'm sorry.
All right, motion, Ms. Jones, you presented that as a
Yes,
motion?
yes, I'm putting it as a motion. I'm sorry.
Second by Ms. Brent. Any discussion?
Just real quick, can you go over number 1 again, the willful disobedience?
Oh, the proposed change was to, it was K through 5. This grade level is K through 5.
Only.
Only K through 5. They had level 2 consequences on them. We're taking off 2 consequences on them. We're giving them consequence 1 only. So if you notice at the top, in the current one, they say level 2 consequences. That means 1 to 2 days in ISS. So instead of doing that, they're gonna do level 1, 1 to 2 hours in detention.
So you're downgrading.
Yes, that's only for K through 5. High school is still under the same level,
Which is,
level 2 or 3, whatever.
okay. And repeat offenses of
Okay.
that, what would
Excuse-
repeat offenses of that be? Would you take that?
The repeat offenses are listed.
Gotcha. Okay.
You have it?
1 to 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours. But that's K through 5, not through high school.
Correct. High school is still up at the top.
That's where I was. Okay. I'm just trying to follow the
No,
matrix
it's
here.
fine, yes.
I just, yeah, I just
Yes,
want to make sure
yes.
we're not lowering the bar too much on discipline, right?
This was only applicable to K through 5. The consequences, the level 2 consequences for 6 to 12 remain the same.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor by Ms. Jones, second by Ms. Brent. We had discussion. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries.
And just to clarify this also, the motion was for changes only for K through 5, okay? All right.
All right. Number 2, the District Climate Committee met on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Mrs. Anselm.
Yes, we met on Tuesday, March 25th. It was our first Climate Committee meeting. I'm very excited about it. We discussed changing the name of Climate Committee so parents and community members could have a better understanding of what the committee was for. We set up a vision statement and also decided the frequency of our meetings and how often we were going to meet. We had we considered doing an outside climate survey for our parish so we can gauge better through an outside survey company to gauge where people are and what their likes and dislikes are so we can make better improvements through this next year. It was the recommendation of the board to use Panorama Services for an outside climate survey. We will be setting up another meeting. It was going to be much closer. After speaking to Panorama, there is a little bit more discussion, and because of what the cost looks like, it needs to be brought before us as a board. But it will be continuing to move forward as soon as we are finished with our budget meetings and things like that, so we can stay fiscally responsible while we're making these decisions. And I think it was a great meeting, so.
You're making that as a.
So the climate committee would like to make a motion that, of a recommendation that the board use Panorama Services for an outside climate survey. Oh, well, no, we can't make a motion.
Accept your report.
Yeah, to
What are the
just
wishes of the
accept the
board?
report. I'll make a motion that we accept the report from the climate committee.
All right, motion by Mrs. Anselm, second by Mr. Mancuso. Any discussion?
Real quick, the Panorama, is that the only vendor? Are we gonna get RFPs for that, any kind of quotes from other vendors for that? Or is this one that was selected previously?
The one that was selected is one of the most used throughout the nation for this.
That's all I was wondering.
And so after we looked at the funding that we do have and what we can do, I think it is the intention for us to possibly split up some of that money from Title I funds, and also for the board to look at it in different ways for our committee to actually pick and navigate through the survey to where they have input, and it's from community members, teachers, principals, janitors, bus drivers, to where it's compromised with all of us as a whole to
Right.
recommend.
So, Dr. Fagenbush, are you familiar with this company, and have you used them in your past life at another school district?
We actually used it in St. Mary Parish. We had a small contract with them. It was used for some disciplinary concerns for special populations. That was about 3 years ago. We didn't really utilize it at that time to its full potential as far as where it could go, because there are so many layers to what it offers. It is a Tier 1 vendor. They're a Tier 1 vendor for the State Department. So in our super application, which the district has just been approved for through the state, they are who we're using for attendance going forth. So we're going to be able to kind of split some of the cost in different ways to where the data that we receive from the climate or culture survey will also speak to our attendance data or demographic data, and we'll be able to pull different pieces to see how different groups felt that we can help them improve. So it really is very rich. So yes, it is very widely used across our state as a Tier 1 vendor, but our country too.
Okay, good. That's all I was wondering. Thank you.
By Mrs. Anselm, it was second by Mr. Mancuso. We've had discussion. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, set time and date for Maintenance District 1 Special Project Meeting. Mr. Wise.
Okay, I was hoping that maybe we can do this the week of the board meeting, and I think we may have talked about some dates. So the 5th, 6th, or 7th, even the 8th of May.
Agreed, Tuesday, May 6th.
Tuesday, May 6th, 4 o'clock. Is that what you said? No? 4:30. I need about an hour and a half, probably per district, just to kind of, maybe a little less, but at least that.
We're gonna do District 1, 4 o'clock on May 6th.
Okay.
Right, does it matter to you, you want to combine one day?
It don't matter. It don't matter to me.
Lindsay, you want to do the same time, what works for you guys? I'm pretty flexible. Yeah. You want to do, they're doing the 6th, you want to do the 7th, the 5th?
We can go in the same day if we want to just get it all done. I'm good with that.
So that's number 4, set time and date for maintenance district 2 special project.
What time? What are y'all
You're doing 4:30, is that correct?
4 o'clock. We're gonna go 4.
So number 3, the time and date for maintenance district 1 special project meeting has been set for May 6th at 4 o'clock.
So it'd be 5:30?
Mike, I'm sorry, I need Mike.
You want to do 5:30? Okay. 5:30. Are you good with that?
Yeah,
I
5:30.
just figured you would probably just want to knock it out. Like if
I need at least an hour, but an hour and a half just in case we run over. I don't want, so an hour and a half would work good. District 1's a big district and we got a lot of schools to cover, so.
District, okay, maintenance district 2 special projects meeting set for
5:30, May 6th.
May 6th at 5:30 in the Evans Medine meeting room. All right, and number 5, set time and date for maintenance district 3 special projects meeting, Mr. Wise.
We'll do the 7th at 4, regular meeting. Do the 7th at 4.
All right, so the time and date for maintenance district 3 special projects meeting is set for May 7th at 4 o'clock p.m. in the Evans Medine meeting room. All right.
And I've left y'all a copy of what I've had so far on special projects. It is preliminary only, subject to change. And if y'all have any questions, add-ons, deletes, changes, or whatever, please let me know and we'll get those adjusted before those meetings. So, thank y'all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wise. All right, 10, staff reports. Number 1, Chief Financial Officer's report, Mrs. Voisin. A, sales tax update. B, financial statements, major funds only. And C, other significant items.
Regarding sales tax, we're 9 months into our fiscal year, and our fiscal year-to-date sales tax collections from July through March are 14% favorable. We collected $1.823 million in March, which is $235,000 under budget, but we're still over budget year-to-date. The financial statement actuals through March 31st are in your packet. I don't have any other significant items, and this concludes my reports. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Voisin. Number 11, Superintendent's report, Dr. Fagenbush.
So since our last board meeting, we've been extremely busy with a range of exciting events and accomplishments. Our first ever district-wide robotics team, led by Ms. Candy Caesar of Centerville High School, competed. And for our first event, we placed 21st out of 55 teams, which is pretty incredible. They were very nervous. They were just wanting to make sure that the robot moved, and it did very successfully. So we're looking forward to continuing this tradition. We've also heard from New Generation Forum to multiple celebrations honoring our talented and exceptional students, honor band performances, and the success of our pre-educator competitions. There's been so much to celebrate. Additionally, we saw the release of ACT scores and the successful administration of State DIBELS reading level testing for our younger students. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our dedicated faculty and staff. Their commitment and hard work have been instrumental in making all of these events and many more a success. Thank you for your ongoing efforts and passion in supporting our students and school community. St. Mary Parish Schools will be hosting 2 upcoming job fairs to connect talented individuals with employment opportunities within our district and the wider community. The first event will take place on Saturday, April 26th from 9 to 12. This is specifically for those interested in teaching and support staff positions within St. Mary Parish Schools. Attendees will have the chance to meet directly with school and district administrators to learn more about open roles in the application process. You can find a list of available positions posted on the district's Human Resources website. The second job fair will be on Monday, May 5th, from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. This is a result of our industry task force that we have created in St. Mary Parish. In collaboration with local community stakeholders, this event is aimed at graduating seniors and community members who are seeking employment in a variety of fields. Our goal is to help increase awareness of local employers and the job opportunities they have available. Both events will be held at Centerville High School, and additional details will be shared on the district's social media platforms. On April 4th each year, we recognize National School Librarian Day to honor the professionals who keep our school libraries running smoothly. School librarians spend countless hours organizing, updating, and maintaining library resources, ensuring that they remain accessible and up-to-date for students. They also play a vital role in helping children find the resources they need to keep learning. Their work is incredibly valuable, and today we want to acknowledge their dedication. This week, we celebrate the important work of our assistant principals. We could not do it without our assistant principals and deans. I'm telling you, they do a tremendous job for us. They wear many hats on a daily basis, and we're truly grateful for all that they do. While the job can be demanding, our assistant principals in St. Mary Parish handle it with dedication and skill. We appreciate their hard work and commitment to supporting our students, teachers, and schools. And finally, but not least, spring break will officially begin at the close of operations tomorrow, and you really can feel the excitement in the buildings. We will extend this through Monday, April 21st. Students will return to school on Tuesday, April 22nd. We encourage all students, staff, and families to take this time to relax, recharge, and return ready to finish the academic year strong. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Fagenbush. Number 12, Resolution of Respect, Ms. Estate.
Do y'all want to?
Can we move to adjourn? What are the wishes of the board? Mr. Mancuso makes the motion, second by Ms. Jones. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? All right, we will adjourn at the end of the resolution.
In memoriam of Cleveland Jackson, retired school bus driver, Laura Marshall, retired school teacher, Linda Miller, retired school teacher, Marilyn Pye, retired special education paraprofessional, and Hilliard Smith, former custodian, whereas Almighty God, in his infinite wisdom, has taken from our midst, and whereas their untimely death has deprived the St. Mary Parish school system of these beloved colleagues. Now therefore be it resolved that the St. Mary Parish School Board and the people attending this board meeting bow our heads in silent prayer out of respect and extend to their bereaved families our sincere condolences and express the high regard in which we held them in life and honor their memory in death. Let us adjourn this meeting out of respect for Cleveland Jackson, Laura Marshall, Linda Miller, Marilyn Pye, and Hilliard Smith. Amen.
On the mic, meeting adjourned.